Society tells us quitting is for the weak, but what if quitting is actually the smartest move? In this episode, we discuss when to walk away from jobs, relationships, and projects that no longer serve you. We explore personal stories of letting go, how to make peace with moving on, and why quitting might actually be the best thing you ever do.
Hey, welcome to So What's Even Happening, the podcast where creative entrepreneurship meets real-life self-care.
I'm Courtney, an artist and entrepreneur from LA.
And I'm Ziamara, a business owner and consultant from Oakland.
We're two Black women navigating the ups and downs of business building, fostering personal growth, and holding each other accountable.
Each week, we're sharing inspiring stories, facts, and some good laughs as we talk about creativity, self-care, and making it all work.
So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's figure out what's even happening together. Man, what are we talking about today? We are talking about when to quit, when to walk away.
Yeah, from jobs, from friendships, from dreams.
From just different things that you experience in your life that make you wonder, like, is it time to say, this is no more?
To bid adieu. And it's usually the toughest decisions to make. Like, you don't want to.
Yeah, you really don't. Like, almost you try to avoid it, but you know
at all
you have
costs.
to make it.
All costs.
Yeah.
Especially with friendships, like say friends you've been with for a long time since childhood, and but you know you guys are growing apart, but there's still that time that you guys had.
Yeah.
Relationships, you are with this person for X amount of years, and you think of the investment that you put into the relationship, the time.
You've already invested all this time.
Right, and now wanting to
start over again,
and then a
jobs.
I mean, because money.
It's a kind of like chokehold that kind of keeps you in this spiral sometimes. That I feel like it's easy to make a lot of excuses for why to stay, why you feel like you need something, the stability. It's like, I get it. I totally get it. But like, I feel like it gets to a certain point where you get fed up.
And especially if it's in that, this job is in that career path, like that ladder of where you need to go to get to where you want to be.
Yep.
And you don't want to fucking do anymore.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. That's also like a time investment thing, like all the time you put in.
Yes. So I have a stat. Coming in with a stat.
Bring it. Love it.
According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average person changes careers 5 to 7 times in their lifetime. How do we embrace quitting as a part of growth?
Ooh.
I know. It's like being, I feel like whenever you change your career, I've changed my career 1, 2, 3 times. Maybe 4, I don't know. It's still under the realm of business, you know? From marketing to merchandising, and even between marketing and merchandising was a stint of sales. And then from merchandising to entrepreneurship. But all of them contain the same, you know, things, those functions of marketing, of sales, of merchandising, etc. Diesel, just lay down. I shouldn't have said anything. I called the dog over.
He just is fine. He's fine.
I love you. You're so sweet.
He just needed to do
adjust.
He needed a lap.
You know how dogs just like they just scratch and bury, like just to, they're not scratching or going anywhere.
Maybe that was the Apple Watch reminder to stand up.
That part. That too. That works.
So
That works.
I can respect it.
Yes.
You know.
But I was thinking of like how when you, like a snake sheds its skin and like it's a whole new, not a whole new snake, but like it's like shedding an old part of you.
Yep.
And that's kind of like when you're quitting a job, when you're like going into a different field or to a different direction, just a different pivot.
Yeah.
Like this is a new side of you or just something you want to uncover and something that you want to dive into and use a different part of your brain. For sure.
Yeah. It's interesting too, like you ever look back on like and remember like who you were, you know, 2, 3, 4 jobs ago and just the place you were in, the person you were, and you almost the cringe of it of it all compared to like where you're at now. And just kind of seeing the growth and almost like the need to like be someone different at different phases of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Like during, like when you quit and transition to something else, like it is a shedding, you know, it's like an uncovering almost.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, I feel like it's acknowledging that you have to be different.
Yeah.
For your own good.
And also, is it really quitting? Or is it really just like a pivot? Is it just a change?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, some things you do like stop and walk away. Like with the relationship.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, this is
For
done.
the best, yeah.
Not moving forward anymore.
Yeah.
Love you. I love myself more.
Right. Exactly.
Goodbye.
Exactly it.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
So we were talking about quitting,
Yes.
pivoting,
And the
shedding,
and almost the reframe of it.
yes.
Like, is it really
quitting?
Yeah.
Right. But now we have a game. It's called Quit or
Fun.
Commit.
Ooh.
I know.
Intriguing.
That sounds good.
It sounds amazing.
I like to rhyme.
Yeah.
This is, you have to decide whether to quit or to stick it out.
Got it.
Different scenarios. Just like 4.
Let's do it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay, you've been working at a job for 3 years with no raise or promotion. Do you stick around? Do you quit?
Quit.
Tell me why you quit.
I'm the kind I've realized, so I can easily say that now.
Yes.
So that answer is coming from the me now.
Yes.
But the me now, I can't. You know, I love to rearrange furniture. I like new energy, change. Like I don't mind different, and I realized how much I kind of appreciate that now. So 3 years, no movement, like goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
I can easily say that now. I don't know how much I would have said that in my 20s.
Sure.
So
I feel like in my 20s, I feel like I was just always hustling. So like I was always going to the next thing.
I feel you.
So I probably would have left as well.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like there's a different could be a different attitude about that, because especially if you're in an area where there's not a lot of availability in terms of new openings and positions and that kind of stuff. Like some, like if you're government sector, if you're at a firm where you have to wait till someone quits or dies, like for their role, like, which is, so you sometimes you have the same thing for you know, long, and the higher you get up there, like the less movement there is.
Very true. And it could be like a field that you just are so passionate about that, like,
that you feel fine.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe if your goal was a promotion, that
then
that. Okay. Number 2. You've been dating someone amazing, but they're not financially stable. Do you quit or stick it out?
I think it depends on if you see this person as like long-term partner material. Dating, like, you know, it can be fun, but it's like if you don't see that long-term, I'm not saying quit necessarily either.
Yeah.
So I don't even know what my answer is per se. You know, like
It depends.
Yeah, like it,
See.
yeah, exactly. Like it just, I think it's more so is where there like a timeline? Because it's like, maybe that's the thing. Like after a certain amount of years, like, and things just are still chaotic. If it's impacting your life, then like, okay, maybe this person needs their own, maybe we need to separate and just, you know, they need to figure their stuff out.
Right, like did they just like get laid off, you know? And maybe that's why things are a little unstable, but they've had a job for their entire lives, you know?
Yeah.
Is this something that they've had for many years?
Right.
Excuse me, and the habits are still there.
Yeah.
And
is this a pattern?
Is this a pattern?
Yeah.
Is there a plan? Because a lot of people, I mean, being in debt versus like being financially unstable is kind of like 2 different things. Like a lot of people carry debt, like mortgages,
1000%.
student loans, like, and you have high paying jobs.
Yeah.
But there's also like you can't keep a job, like you are late on rent, you're in this, like, so there's all of those things. So yeah, I think it kind of depends on the situation.
Yeah.
But so I think stick it out.
Yeah. I think if it gets to the point where it's impacting your own financial
yes,
goals than
your own housing,
Yeah.
your own like
yeah.
way of life to live.
Yeah.
If it affects shelter
Yeah.
and safety,
Red
and
flags.
girl,
Red flag.
run. What?
We both had it so quick. Yeah.
Bye. Look, you're so cute. I see the potential. But no. Okay. Last one. You've been friends with someone since childhood, but they never show up for you. Do you quit or stick it out?
I say stick it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I want to hear your response. That was.
I mean, there is, maybe you just put that person in a different department, you know? I think it's important to support your friends, but I also know it's important to like have your, like, understand that like not everything's about you.
Mm-hmm.
And like just because they don't quote support you doesn't mean they don't love you.
Mm-hmm.
And they just don't have the capacity to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm also just like, I don't think that just because you've known someone for that long, that means you need to be friends with them. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, I've known you since kindergarten. We're friends on Facebook and MySpace. MySpace? Did I just age myself?
Both of us, yeah.
Fuck. Wow. But that was the second thing for me to say. But it was also my first platform.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But I just don't think that just because you have that history means that you need to stick with somebody. Relationship or not. Like
so you are saying stick it out, or you're saying don't stick it out?
Just quit.
Quit.
You can love people from a distance.
I see. Okay.
Because like, if I'm pouring into it and I'm not getting anything back,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but what does quit mean to you? I wonder.
I think quit is just like putting in effort. Because once the friendship like is over, like you're not calling, you're not.
Yeah, or one-sided.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What's the point of putting energy and effort? You don't get your time back. You know, you don't get any of that back. And if you put into something where someone doesn't show up for you, like if I'm going through some emotional like stuff with family or whatever, and I need someone to talk to, like I'm gonna call my friends. But if like I can't talk to you about it, or if you don't like wish me a happy birthday, I don't know, like just so many different ways. Like I'm not gonna keep putting into something that I don't get a return on. Yeah, basically. Yeah. But I mean, that also sounds fucking harsh too.
I think about it a lot differently. I think that
tell me,
like everyone kind of like holds their own capacity for life and how they move through it. That I feel like even if someone, and I guess when it says like the dog.
Why is he so dramatic?
I mean, maybe we rub off on it.
I'm dramatic?
As I was saying. I think that everyone kind of like holds their own capacity for like how they move through life and how they show up and like who they are as individuals. That like I feel like I don't expect me from my friends or people who I've known X amount of years versus that amount of years. It's I'm okay if you do the bare minimum, because that's the most that you can show up, just because you have a lot going on in life. Like I'm the kind of person like I can respect that and love you and be there for you when you need it, if you need it. Yeah. But we don't have to talk every day. We don't have to text every day. Like I don't need everything from you all the time. Yeah. You know, and I think that like I think just as an introvert, I appreciate my own space and distance and me time, that it's hard I feel like I just don't have any expectations. And I don't mean that in like a negative way. Sure. It's more so like I just don't expect anything from anybody. Yeah. And I feel like I like it like that, because it's like that's when you can see when just certain people will surprise you. Sure. And that means more to me, I think.
I think that's a healthy perspective to keep your expectations low. Like I try to keep mine below sea level because I have high expectations of myself, but it's wrong of you to have those same expectations on other people.
Yeah.
And when they don't even know that they have these expectations put upon them.
Right.
Like what? Right. Like that's crazy.
True.
And then you get mad at them for not doing what you wanted them to do.
Yeah.
Or thought they would do.
That's very true.
So
that's so true.
But yeah, I think I mean, and I say quit, but like in a loving way. Like I'm just I quit putting energy into this. Like we're still cool. Like, you know, but we're not like,
yeah.
I mean, they would be still a friend, but just not a close friend or not someone that I needed support from.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
Like you're not my support friend. Like
I see.
You're my friend from elementary school, but you're not. Anyway, I feel like I'm beating the dead horse.
That makes perfect sense.
And that's it.
Should we take a break?
Let's do it. Okay. All right. So
hello.
Excuse me. Hello.
I'm with an audio engineer. Like I can't I have to be that way. I've become that way.
I mean, I appreciate you for keeping me on my motherfucking toes. Okay? Love you.
Anytime.
I said I love you.
I love you too. This is exactly our answers. Those responses were our answers.
Were they?
Yeah, pretty much.
To what?
Support.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the one who's like, you know, take your time. Like no big deal. Like you love me. Like say it back. Don't split the bowl. Yeah.
Don't split the bowl. So Courtney and I were walking yesterday.
This has happened several times.
I know, but it was several times yesterday, or has this happened before?
No, this has happened before. I feel like every time we're together.
Splitting poles?
No, we don't split it.
Oh, yeah.
It becomes a thing because he was like, don't split the poles. And we don't split the poles.
Some people all allow it.
Oh. Well, you said it. I get it.
Yeah. I'd be okay. Anyway, so we talked about different scenarios if we would quit or if we were stick it out. But when do we get to those moments of when we have to make that decision? Like, when do we know that it's time to go? When do we know that this man ain't for me? Yeah. Or woman or person? When do we know when the job is not worth it no more?
Yeah. The project, anything.
Lifestyle.
Yeah. Even just like career. Like maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I love the money, but I'm not passionate about it. Maybe I'm this or that. It's like when is enough? Like when do you get like fed up?
Yeah.
And it's like I always wonder what the tipping point is for those situations. Like I feel like I look out for how it makes me feel. Like imagine just going to work and you're just crying after work every day, just dreadful, complaining to your partner at home, like,
oh my God,
like, and they call you out, like saying, like, you dump on me all the time. Like I feel like that when it's like impacting others, when other people can notice it, and be like, dang, this person's complaining a lot.
Every day. My ex, he would come home and would just vent for like an hour about so-and-so did this, so-and-so did that. Oh, you'll never believe what happened today. And I'm like, okay. Yeah. Like you're coming home complaining about the people you work with.
Yeah. That
you feel stuck because there's no other like upward movement available and money. Yeah. And you want to make more. And I don't know what to tell you other than to quit or find another job, you know?
Exactly. Exactly. What else can you say?
Exactly. I also know a good handful of people who work in tech companies here in the Bay Area, and they're working their asses off. And even their upper management, they're working their asses off too. And they're making great money. But at what cost, right? Like, I've heard of people leaving their high-paying jobs because they're not getting time at home anymore. because their marriage is failing, because they don't even see their kids growing up, or they're not able to make it to their shows of their musicals or plays or whatever.
The little things,
And you miss out on that life. So what is the point of making all this money if you're not enjoying your life?
Yeah.
I really don't believe that we're supposed to work,
pay
bills, sleep, and die.
Right.
What?
Right.
That's not it.
Right.
Well, not for me.
Definitely not. No. And I think that so many people have been programmed to think that, that it's just this like constant grind, and it's also like generational. Like even just think about, I just think about the older generations and even just my parents and the need to not hoard, but just like keep stuff and just like hold on and do things a certain way, and you have to work here and work up to this point to reach this, and then you get this, and it's just like I feel like there was just this antiquated way of doing things that we're that next generation, at least for me, that next generation that's kind of doing things a little bit differently. And it's not such a straight line to success. Not such just like a almost like a boring road to it's like weaving. It's walking away, it's saying no, it's quitting.
Yeah. I also think that it's time to quit when your health is at risk. Stress is just such a secret, silent killer.
It is.
In so many ways. And it creeps in ways that you don't really expect it to. I remember, so when I was working in the city, one of my last jobs, I would commute in from Oakland to San Francisco. I would take casual carpool, which is where you get in a car with a stranger, multiple strangers.
Wow.
Like it would pull up at my block, there'd be a line of cars, a line of people. And in order to go over the toll in the fast lane and to have reduced from, now it's $8 to cross the bridge, and it's like $2 when it's carpool. And so you would make it to 3 because you need to get to 3 to be a carpool. Okay. So 1 and 2 people get into a car, and you guys just like drive over the bridge. Yeah. You don't know this person. Wow. Their license plate. You just say good morning, go in, don't talk. And like there's like radios, and usually they put like something like a neutral or something like that. And then they drop you off the same area and pull over and whatnot. So when I would get dropped off in Soma in the city, and then walk a mile to the end of the financial district, and I would be on the phone with my parents when I was walking there because my dad was working as a professor, so I'd catch him on his break. But he could hear like just my breath just getting just short and like stressed. Yeah. The closer I got to the office, and so you could just see like how that was even creeping in for me. Yeah. Or when I'm just up late at night thinking about the next day about this meeting or whatnot, or like this photo shoot or something, like, is everything there? Is everything right? Like whatever it is, and you just don't want to be there. Like you just really don't have any drive to, or just, and also if everyone in that workplace feels the same way that you do. Yeah. That's not a healthy place to be in. That environment sucks. It's not. What? That feeling of just dread going into a toxic work environment is something that's just like, everyone who's experienced it gets it. And like, it's dreadful. And it sucks. And like, it consumes you. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's when it's like, when you're getting reminders from everyone around you, like, you need to find something else, you need to quit, you need to, mm-hmm. I feel like that's like just such a big, I feel like it's when you notice that other people are noticing, right, that you're clearly triggered by this. Right. I feel like that's just like a big one. I feel like I said that already, but it's just like, it just feels like, I think because like we've all experienced it, mm-hmm. that it's hard not to like say that, just because it's, when you've lived it and you're just like irked. Those times you're just like so irked by just everything that work brought. Yeah. Or just
it was just not a fun time.
Just time to go.
Time to go.
When you naturally, like, your mouse, like, goes to, like, LinkedIn to, like, look for jobs.
Yeah. Like, seriously. Man.
Yes, I feel like those are the signs of, like, when you need to go. When you're no longer fulfilled, when your health is at risk, and the motivation's just not there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've hit that ceiling.
Yeah.
You're like, what else can I do with my life?
Yeah. And that takes a lot of guts.
Well, even to get into the recognition part, that's when you know when you're really done.
Yeah.
Or
When
something
you-
needs to change dramatically.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you'll eventually get there. I feel like people eventually do. They get there. I hope they do. Because it's so much better on the other side.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like nothing... Like, I feel like change... I feel like the reason why, like, I feel like I like to embrace change is because I've never regretted it. The change that came from it.
Yeah.
It's always been... I needed that step.
Right.
Every time.
Right.
So, I welcome it.
Yeah, actually, I've never regretted quitting. No.
Wild. Are we mind blown right now and speechless?
I think so.
You know?
I'm just like, wait, have I? And I'm trying to think men. I'm trying to think jobs. Friendships. Like, if it's meant to be, it'll be.
Yeah.
It'll come back. Especially when
1,000%.
especially in terms of friendships and love.
1,000%.
You know?
I'll always believe that.
I mean, also with jobs too. Like,
Yeah.
say if you apply for a job, didn't get it, and then
Yeah.
like you're in something else and it boomerangs back. Like,
Well,
sure.
think about just sometimes the coincidences or synchronicity and like doing something later in life. Or
Yeah.
it coming full circle. Like,
Yeah.
it's so much more rewarding that way
For
sometimes.
sure, it's sweeter.
Oh,
Like that missing of that person.
it just makes me feel like cozy and just amazing.
Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how are we gonna wrap this up? Let's see.
Like we've wrapped it.
We wrapped it. We're done.
Like on a cozy, just like let's just quit. You know.
Let's just quit.
I think
Beyonce said.
what she said?
She said in one of the songs from Renaissance. She's talking about quitting her job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, let's take Queen Bee's lead.
Yeah. I should know this. I went to the fucking concert. Listen to this album like 88 times. Just on the spot. The lights. The mics.
I know. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's very...
pressure.
Yeah.
In my own home.
I know. You're set.
And cut.
Thanks for tuning in to So What's Even Happening. We hope you got a little inspiration and maybe a laugh or two.
If you love this episode, don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. It really helps us grow. You can find us on YouTube and all your favorite podcast platforms.
And follow us on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok at So What's Even Happening for more behind-the-scenes fun, tips, and updates.
Until next time, take care of yourself and keep making moves toward your dreams.
And remember, we're rooting for you, always.